Hello Flosstube, and welcome to our second Flosstube video. Today is October 28th and our lighting is probably not the best. We're coming at you kind of late this evening. We had hoped to get it done this morning, but it just didn't happen. First of all, I would like to introduce the other half of the Stitching Monks. This is my husband Noel, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself.
Hi, I'm Noel. Been married to Lori for 32 years. You know, we got 2 kids, and I'm an auto mechanic by trade, and we're going to show you some whips here, I think.
And tell him how long you've been stitching.
Oh, I've been stitching what, 2 weeks?
No, it's probably been
3
a month.
weeks? Okay, about a month.
Okay, first we would like to do an FFO parade, and I will let Noel start because he has 2 FFOs this week.
Okay, so I didn't fully finish these. My lovely wife did, but I will show them to you. This is the flag I did. Do you know who
It's
did
by
this?
Sam Sarah.
Okay.
Sam Sarah Designs.
Same sir. That's the second one I did. And then here's the first finish that I did. And she'll have to tell you who did it.
So my big toe design, How Great Thou Art. And I just finished it into a simple pillow.
Then you've got some stuff that you...
Yeah, I had a FFO day Friday. Some of these I showed you already, but they weren't fully finished. So I finished this. And I do not remember the designer on this. It was a freebie. I just made it into a little pillow with some autumn fabric. And here again, this was another freebie. And I finished it with the same fabric. And this one was a freebie by Lindy Stitches. And as I said, I did show some of these already, but they were not fully finished. And I just made it into a little pillow as well. Then last week I had showed you my whip of the male gymnast. I was able to finish that this week, and not only did I finish it, I also got it fully finished. I just need to get the rod through it. Don't know that I'm going to be able to get the whole thing in. Well, that's about as close as it's going to get. Okay. And as I said, that is a gift for my godson who does competitive gymnastics. Okay. And then I also showed you last video designed by Katie Did Designs called True to the Red, White, and Blue. And I did get that fully finished as well. Just a cheap chalkboard hanger thing. I don't know what they're called. That I found at Walmart for $1.99. I'm not real into technical terms. My husband can tell you that when I talk about car parts. To him, it's the thingamajig and that doohickey. I have a friend that we wanted to send a card to, and I finished this up the other night, and this will go in the mail Monday morning. It was a little motif design I found in my stash. And then we had some friends who had a very exciting thing happen Friday. They closed on their first home, and so I wanted to get a little something put together for them. And I don't know if you remember years ago, I think it was Busela put out actual playing cards, and they had, each playing card had a design on it. This is from that. Was I think the inspiration playing cards. And then my daughter painted the frame for me. Okay, that is all of the FFOs that we have. And now we'll move on to whips.
Okay. Well, I have one here that I'm working on from Little House Needleworks, and it's called Salt Box Village. And here's the picture of the pattern. And here's where I'm at on it. I don't know if you can see that. And that needle minder up there, my daughter made for me. She calls it my man minder. But that's where we're at with that.
The really exciting thing is the backsplash is now up in the kitchen, so all that is left is upper shelves and the floor, and then he'll be starting his first chosen piece. Right now he's still raiding my stash, but he has a piece kitted up and ready to go, but he wants to dye your fabric first, correct? Okay, I don't have any whips to show this week because the 2 whips that I focused on, I finished, and then I fully finished them. So I thought, I had told you that I put things in scrapbooks, and so I thought I'd flip through part of one this time, and then maybe in another video I'll flip through some more of it. And most of these charts, I have no idea now. This was back, most of these were put into Scrapbook before I kept track of the designer and the fabric and the whole thing. So, I mean, if there's really something that you absolutely want to know more about, I will do my best. I can't make promises, but I'll do my best to try and find out where it came from. A lot of them were freebies. This one is Home Sweet Home, Simple Life. And it is on the cover of this particular scrapbook. Here is a little Easter one, and I am almost positive this one, I cannot see. Teamwork, folks.
And tilt it
Glare off of it.
clockwise. Or a little bit. There you go. All right.
It takes 3 arms to show a scrapbook if anyone is interested. And then these are just some autumn, and I know these were freebies. I can't see once I stick that up there.
I think that'll be it.
And here's another one. It also was a freebie from years ago. This one is a freebie, and it says, I'm gonna turn around so I can read it. As soon as I get a grip on reality, I'm going to choke it. Ever have one of those days? One of those weeks? And here's an ice cream cone. It also was a freebie from somewhere. And I don't tend to like put these together in any organized way. I just kind of finish them and then they go in here. Some hearts. And these are just some more random charts. One says believe in the Lord, and then the one that is the ABC sampler was actually supposed to be a needle roll, and I do believe it may have been Shepherd's Bush. It's a good thing you're here.
Yeah.
Then some autumn ones. These were not freebies, but I have no clue the designer. Here's a couple of just the one sweets for the sweet. I do know the designer on that is Sue Hillis, and the cup of hot cocoa I'm pretty sure was a freebie. I do not remember. This is The Preacher, but I do not remember the designer. And then there's this random egg down here, and I know it was a freebie, and I'm pretty sure at one time there was probably something else on the page with it that I have since removed, and I'm not sure what I did with it. We'll do one more page. Yeah, we won't do this. Actually, there's just a little bit left, so I'll go ahead and do these. This is one I charted up. Of Josh Groban. Some of you may know who that is. Here's another one I charted up of him. These are probably 10 years old, maybe. Here's the last one I charted up of him. As you can tell, I like Josh Groban music. And then this one you can still get. I cannot remember who the designer is. It says, I am the queen of Stitch-a-lot, reigning over my kingdom. Bunch of stash, stash, stitch, stitch, stash. I stitch, I stash. Happy with my stitch, stash, cash. Say that 10 times. Say that once. Then this one is on a hill far away, and I do not remember the designer on this. And these were both freebies. Do not know where from. From where? Pardon my English, or lack thereof. And then these two came in a chart. You got both charts, but I do not remember who. This one says, use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without, which is kind of my motto around here. And then this one says, to feel rich, count the things you have that money can't buy. And last, I think this, I can't remember if this was a freebie or not. I don't remember. It's been too long. Simple Life. And that's just kind of what I do with a lot of my projects because I don't like a lot hanging on the walls. So, you've showed your work in progress, right? Does anyone else have the issue of, I love to stitch, I hate to fully finish things. I'm kind of, we'll say frugal instead of cheap. I don't like to take them to a framer if I can find a way around it. So a lot of my stuff, that I don't really like a lot of it framed anyway. So I find myself stitching stuff and stacking it up. Friday, literally, I spent all day trying to finish up, and I didn't get done. I still have, what, 5 over there, 6 probably. Maybe. I'm waiting on a frame for one of them. Somebody's making me one, but I keep giving him honeydew projects, and so he gets a little behind. And now he's cross-stitching. And now he's getting even more behind, but that's okay. I gotta say, you know, after 32 years of marriage, you don't do much that shocks me or surprises me anymore.
Yeah.
But when he said he was going to start cross-stitching, that surprised me. Shocked me a little bit. Onto haul. I do not have any haul this week. Except I did buy a package of, you were going to remind me of that, weren't you? Of 16 count 8 o'clock that Noel's going to dye for me to put my the crowns pattern on. That hopefully will be a start probably the beginning of the year. But you did.
Okay. I did acquire a book. Let's see, it's Kathy Livingston's Cross Stitch Artistry. By Leisure Arts. And my wife found this on Thrifty Books, or Thrift Books.
Thrifty.
Online and ordered it for me. And I don't know, it's hard to see there.
Let me see. I think it's he likes
got
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
wildlife. I don't know if there may be better pictures in here. Didn't think you'd want to do the tapestry.
No, probably not.
I don't know why. They're very pretty.
Yeah.
A little fact about me. You will not see many flower.
She hates flowers.
Well, I love flowers. I just can't stitch flowers. If I'm going to be frogging, it's probably because I've tried to do a flower. I just don't know what the disconnect is there. Here's good pictures. Here. Yeah, and then the rest of them get frilly again.
Yeah. I think there's another one of those.
No, that's it. Oh, there is the owls.
Yeah, the owls. I thought there was an elephant back there.
Well, let me show you the owls first. I think you missed the elephant.
Did I?
Did I not show the elephant? Because he's right here.
Oh, okay.
I think he likes the elephant. So I'll give you an up close of the elephant. You'll probably see it as a whip one of these days. Okay, excuse my lean forward there. Okay, as far as November plans, what are your plans for November?
I don't know if I have any just yet.
Just yet. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I do.
You're going to finish the kitchen in November.
Oh, okay.
I keep having to gently remind him. Any of you ladies relate to that? Any of you men relate to that? Anything else?
I don't know of anything.
Gonna finish that
Oh, yeah, I want to finish that.
Okay, I think for November I am going to try to, because I don't get as much stitching time through November and December, I think I will try to work on Starry Night some. Plus, last time I said that I tried beading and I didn't like it. I should probably clarify that. I tried beading as far as making jewelry. Did not care for that, but I do love Mill Hill kits. And I have a lot of Mill Hill kits that I ordered that have, I have a lot that I have done, but I have a lot that I haven't as well. And I think I'll probably settle in with some of those for November as well.
And you're working on knitting.
Yeah, and I'm working on a blanket. Tell them why I have so many Mill Hill kits.
Because she wants to have a cross-stitch tree. That has yet to be made.
You see a pattern here? It's a metal tree, and it'll be, what we figure, almost 6 foot?
Almost 6 foot, yeah.
So, and it will be up year-round, and so I'll just switch out. I know that's not very minimalist, but it keeps everything in one corner, right? So I'll be working on some of these, because eventually he will get the tree done. Can you think of anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm good.
I will say it's been kind of an experience going to, you know, hobby stores and craft stores now, instead of just kind of like browsing the aisle over or whatever, or standing there looking bored and, you know, hoping I hurry up. He's now looking. So the other night, I am a late night person. I'm a night owl, and I usually stay up till 1, 2, sometimes later. But the other night, I went to bed at 11.
Maybe even 10:30.
And he was up, and I said, "Are you coming to bed?" He goes, "No, I'm going to finish this little section." Kind of blew my daughter's brain because, you know, she goes, "This just isn't right. You're going to bed early, and he's cross-stitching." When for years it's been the other way around. So, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Not sure when the next one will be, but I wanted to thank everyone who liked and commented on Flosstube #1. You guys are great and amazing, and I appreciate you very much. The encouragement has been really, really nice and really fun to see. And if you have any comments or questions about anything we've shared on this video, please comment below, and we'll do my best to find the answer if I don't know it already. And we'll probably be back 2, 3 weeks, somewhere in there. Well, 3 weeks might put us right around Thanksgiving, so somewhere towards the middle or the end of November, depending on if we have any time to cross stitch, because first part of November, one of us in the room got called for jury duty, so I don't really know how much. I'm hoping it doesn't take a lot of time, but I do feel like it is a very important thing to do, so I'm not complaining yet, as long as it doesn't eat up a lot of my time. So thanks again, and hope you make time to stitch, and I hope the frog stays far away.